Richard Mabey presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It is Thursday, February 29th, 2024, the date that only comes once every 4 years, and it is now 11:25 in the morning. Hopefully I'll get through everything. I'm shooting for maybe like a 20-minute show and hopefully get through everything. Okay, to begin with, today's Thursday, the 29th of February. Tomorrow and Saturday, March 1st and March 2nd, big comic book show in Wearsdale. Joe Peace is putting on the Comic Book Connection comic book show. And this one's going to be a big one. And I'll tell you why. Hold on, let me check this out here. I got to put my code in every time. Okay, this is going to be a barn and tent sale. A lot of times Joe just, like he'll do a barn show or just do a tent show. Now the barn is, Joe has this big barn on his property, and that's where the highly collectible comic books are. The golden age is basically the 40s and 50s. The silver age is basically the 1960s. So in the barn, it's primarily golden age and silver age comics. Now the bronze age, that's the 70s. Now there's some bronze age comics there that are like very collectible, high key issues, like very monumental moments in the Marvel and DC universes. Let me get some. Good. I have to put the code in every time. It only lasts for like 10 seconds. Okay. All hardback books, trade paperbacks, blowout sale are 50% off, $5 each or 5 for $20. You're not going to get a better deal anywhere than that. Tons of new keys and minor keys, X-Men, Spider-Man, and more. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, to get more details, just go in Google or your search engine and put the Comic Book Connection, and that'll give you the info. March, it's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. rain or shine. New games to win, free masks and free hand sanitizer. And here's the, let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. That is very clear. So there's the comic book barn and tent sale, comic book show, Friday, March 1st and Saturday, March 2nd, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. In Wearsdale, Highway 42. If you're coming from the villages, head out on 42, and then Joe puts up signs. And if you're coming from the villages, you make a right turn into Joe's driveway. He's got a really rather long driveway. And if you're in Central Florida, it's worth the trip. I'm telling you, you're going to get really good deals. Really, really good deals. I'm telling you. Best deals. Okay. Been reading revisiting William Carlos Williams' book, Paterson, New Jersey. Paterson is really close to Lincoln Park. If you're on Route 80, it goes Lincoln Park, Wayne, and then Paterson. Paterson was a big silk mill town at one time. They had the Great Paterson Falls, and there's a picture of the Great Paterson Falls. So I haven't read this book since 1972, so it's well over 50 years ago. I'm revisiting it, and my dad was a great, phenomenal amateur photographer and one of his favorite subjects was the Patterson Falls. And here's a great photo of Dad. There's a walkway, and you can go walk this incline to the base of the Patterson Falls. And this is so cool. This is super cool. There's Dad there's this camera. so like I'm taking a picture of Dad, and he's like ready to take a picture of me, you know, the old gag. But yeah, this is right. You can see the raging river there, the Passaic River. And yeah, so if you're in Jersey or visiting Jersey, check out the Patterson Falls. It's well worth the trip to visit. It's really a landmark. It's like a little Niagara Falls. Not even little. I mean, it's, you know, checking out. I love this book. I absolutely love this book. Body, the Complete Human. And I've been spending 3 or 4 hours a day studying this book, aside from going on the internet and that kind of thing, and getting information on the circulatory system. I want to talk about the right side of the heart. That's where the venous blood comes into, and that is the blood that's, you know, generally speaking, people say unoxygenated, but the venous blood does have oxygen in it. However, for every oxygen atom, there's 2 carbon atoms. So it's coming in from a vessel called, it enters the right ventricle. Now remember, when you're looking at a picture of the heart, you know, diagrammatic, remember you're looking at the person's face, the patient's face. So it's really confusing. Your left-hand side is their right side. It's very, now, how do you remember that the right ventricle is the venous blood, or the uncirculated blood, or for diagrammatic purposes, they usually have it as blue. The vessel says blue. And the way to remember it, you'll never forget it. Remember, right, V for ventricle, RV, like an RV camper. You'll never forget it now. Okay, so, and as a side note, the left side of the heart is arterial blood, or fully oxygenated blood. And the way to remember that is LA, Los Angeles. You'll never forget it. So here we go. Get my trusty pen. This is not going to be easy. This book, I think I told you before, this book is like 416 pages. And here's the superior vena cava. Some people say cava or cava. And let me point that out here. Right there, the superior vena cava. And that's leading into the right atrium. This is, of course, all they for diagrammatic purposes, they showed in blue or purple, or purplish, bluish purple color, and that's going into the atrium. The right atrium. Now, I don't want to make any mistakes here. It's coming in, and there's the valve between the right atrium and the right ventricle is the tricuspid valve. Let me show that here. The tricuspid valve right there. That's the tricuspid. Now you say to yourself, no doubt you're probably saying right now, how am I going to remember whether the tricuspid valve is on the right side or the left side? Here's how you'll never forget it. Tricuspid, T-R, T-R. The second letter in the word tricuspid is R, R for right. So you'll never forget it. Now the valve itself has something called chordae tendineae. Okay, now chordae tendineae. And that's a fancy way of saying cord tenders, or cord, you know, the like, you know, the tendonae. So now here I want to show this. This is the inferior vena cava. There's the inferior vena cava, and that's also going into the right atrium. Now, what else did I want to show here? There's something. Of course, the right ventricle. The right ventricle. Now we're going to get a little, like, really kind of a little more detail. There's the 3 layers of the 3 layers of the heart. And you see what they did, this square here, right here. They cut that little square. They put it here. Okay, so you have the epicardium. That's the outside most portion of the heart muscle. Then you have the myocardium. That's the actual muscle of the heart. And then the endocardium is like kind of like the inside of the muscle of the heart. Let me see if they have. I'm in the moment here. Ooh, I got an idea. Hold on. I'll be right back. Be right back. And I'm back. One of these days, I'm going to get organized. I'm going to refer to my Maloney's Illustrated Medical Dictionary. And this is thick as a brick. This is a wonderful book. This is, hold on, please. Let's see, this is over 500 pages in length. Now, let me look up, first of all, I want to get the proper definitions. Epicardium, let me look up the epicardium here. Epicardium, epicardium. Maybe there's a picture of epicardium here. Okay, epicardium. The visceral or inner layer of the pericardium that is in contact with the heart. So let me see if there's a. I don't have a picture of epicardium. So let me read that again. The visceral or inner layer of the pericardium. Let's look up pericardium. You know, I'm completely in the moment here. This is fun. I really have a lot of fun. Pericardium. I just have so much fun going through all this here. Pericardium. The thin, double-layered membranous sac that encloses the heart. So you picture, like, you know, here's the heart, and you got this like a saran wrap around the heart that encloses the heart. The layers are separated by a small amount of tissue fluid. It adds kind of a lubrication, you know, kind of like the oil in the heart, if you will, which lubricates the constantly rubbing surfaces. They fuse as they attach to the greater vessels and diaphragm. So let me see if there's a. Oh, I hit the jackpot. Okay, here is like from above down, like you're looking from above down. It's like they cut the person in half. But here is the oh, this is heavy. This is heavy. This is so heavy. Okay, I can't do both. Hold the pen and the. But here is the human heart. Here's the heart, and here is this pericardium, which encloses the heart. Now think of it as saran wrap. You know, saran wrap around the heart, and you'll never forget it. So I think we've covered quite a bit. Let me review. So you say to yourself, how am I going to remember which side of the heart has the unoxygenated blood, or the blood with carbon dioxide in it? And that's the venous, the veins. Veins have carbon dioxide, carry carbon dioxide. So it's the right side is the venous, the venous portion of the heart, the carbon dioxide. How do I remember that? RV, right, and then V for vein, venous. So an RV camper, you'll never forget it. Now the left side of the heart, that's the arterial portion of the heart. Oxygenated blood, obviously, from the arteries or from the lungs. So how do I remember that? LA, Los Angeles, you'll never forget it. So let's take a look, see here what we got so far. You have the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava, large, if you will, veins. They're like tubes, but we'll stretch it and say that they're veins. Then they're carrying carbon dioxide blood, and they're going into the right atrium. And then the tricuspid valve is between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Now, how are you going to remember that? You say, how am I going to remember tricuspid? Is it left or right? Tricuspid, the second letter in tricuspid is R for right. You'll never forget it. Now the components, if you will, the string, the yarn, the elastic fiber, the building bridge that's holding the tricuspid valve in place is called the chordae tendineae, CT. I'm in the moment here. CT. I'm trying to think of an acronym off the top of my head. CT, CAT. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on, please. So, YouTube friends, I'm back. And I just, my purpose is not to provide this college level anatomy class, but rather, if you hadn't taken any anatomy classes or something like that, to just give you kind of an overview of the human heart. This way, when you go to the doctor, you can ask the questions, get an understanding of the structure of the heart, the anatomy of the heart, and like an overview, and also provide some mnemonics, to kind of help you remember key components of the human heart. I got this book. I really hit the jackpot here. Body, the Complete Human. I got this at a thrift store, and I think I paid $2 for it. I mean, this was the bargain of the bargain, And this is a phenomenal book. I mean, it has great illustrations. It's well written. It's uses a lot of like it defines when it does use technical terms, it defines them very well. So and the illustrations are incredibly great. So in review, getting a little homesick reading Patterson, William Carlos Williams' book. In review, I want to find. I've got it on my to-do list to find Dad's photos that he had taken of the Patterson Falls, and I want to show them to my YouTube friends. And not to be forgotten, tomorrow, Friday, March 1st, and also Saturday, March 2nd, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., rain or shine, Joe Peace is having a big comic book show, barn and tent sale. No doubt he'll have quite a few of the 50-cent boxes there. You get some really good deals at the 50-cent boxes. The 50 cent, 50 cents for a comic book. You can't, you can't, I mean, you can't do any better than that. No postage and handling, the whole bit. 50 cents to buy a comic book. You can't do any better than that. So put in Google, the comic book connection, Wearsdale, tomorrow, Friday, March 1st, and Saturday, March 2nd, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Rain or shine. So that's going to wrap up this episode. As always, thank you for watching. Appreciate it very much. And I'm going to put my pen back. As always, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, or even if you did not like this video, please smash the like button, leave some comments. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm at 675 subscribers. I need 325 to start getting commercials on every episode. And then I'll get a monthly payment, which will come in. I got my AT&T pension and my Social Security, but every month it gets tougher and tougher because gasoline keeps going up, food keeps going up, house insurance keeps going up, car insurance keeps going up. I'm like, oh man, it's crazy. So please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help the cause. So I'm going to sign off. So what do I say now? Oh yeah. I'm 70 years old. I got blockage in my carotid arteries. So stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey signing off.